Welcome to the Starship Travel Channel. Ride the void, let wonder handle every jump, a brand new view across the stars. We're flying through. Buckle in, the journey's on. Starship Travel Channel.
This is Jason, transmitting from the Starship Travel Channel. If this message reaches you, then the timeline is still holding. I am sending this back to explain what happened to me, in my own words, from where it all began. Before the Starship, before time travel, I was just a guy from a small town in Ohio, living along the edge of Lake Erie. That lake was a constant in my life. I grew up fishing its shoreline, learning where the currents shifted and where the water went quiet. When I needed to think, I went there. When I needed silence, it gave it to me. One summer night in my 20s, I went night fishing alone. The town was asleep. The air smelled like pine and lake water. I brought my gear, a flashlight, and a thermos of coffee, and walked to a secluded spot I trusted. The waves moved gently against the shore. An owl called somewhere behind me. The stars overhead looked normal, steady, exactly where they should be. That is when I noticed the reflection. At first I thought it was the moon, but it was wrong. The light on the water was too bright, too focused. When I looked up, I saw a white spherical light suspended in the sky. It was completely silent. Completely still. It did not move like a plane or a helicopter. It felt intentional, like it was aware of where it was. Then it began to descend. Slowly. Carefully. As if it was examining the world beneath it. I could not move. My heart was racing, but my body would not respond. The light felt cold, not in temperature, but in purpose. It was not natural. It was not familiar. And in that moment, I knew I was seeing something I was never meant to see. The light reached the surface of Lake Erie and hovered just above the water. The lake glowed beneath it, smooth and undisturbed. No wind, no sound, no ripples. For a brief moment, everything felt suspended, like time itself had paused. Then the light descended into the lake. It did not splash. It did not disturb the surface. It passed through the water, as if it was entering another layer of reality. I watched the glow sink deeper, fading until it vanished completely. The lake returned to normal, like nothing had ever happened. But I knew better. I left immediately. I packed my gear with shaking hands and went home. I searched online for reports, sightings, anything that could confirm what I had seen. There was nothing, no news, no witnesses, just silence. When I told people, they laughed it off. Some called it imagination, others changed the subject. Eventually, I stopped talking about it. I buried the memory and tried to live a normal life. But that light never left me. It followed me into my dreams. It resurfaced when I was awake. It felt like a message unfinished, a door left open. Something had shown itself to me that night, and whether I understood it or not, it had chosen me. Sitting here now, inside this starship, traveling across time, I understand that night was not an accident. It was the beginning. The moment my ordinary life ended, and something much larger reached out from beneath the surface. This transmission is proof of that. I was there. I saw it. And everything that followed started at Lake Erie.